Hi everybody, I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I'm based right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia, and my clients are located all throughout the United States. We help clients in all types of immigration matters, ranging from employment-based immigration to family-based immigration, and also humanitarian cases like U visas and VAWA applications, victims of abuse in a marriage, most commonly, and trafficking cases as well. So we help with kind of a wide range of immigration questions, immigration matters. If you're interested to see if you qualify, if you're out of status or you entered the U.S. illegally, if your status expired and you no longer have status, you might be interested in giving our firm a call to get an idea of what you might qualify for. Is there a way for you to get a work permit? Is there a way for you to get some kind of humanitarian relief based on your previous experiences? Okay, I come on here live to answer some of your questions. So I'm an immigration attorney. Again, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I help clients all throughout the United States. So immigration law doesn't change between states. It's a federal law, so I can answer your questions no matter where you are located. Okay, we only practice immigration law. We don't practice anything outside of immigration law. So hopefully I can be helpful here to you if you have questions related to your immigration application, if you're thinking about filing for something, if you have a question about eligibility. This might be a good opportunity for you to ask me. I'm an attorney. I'm an immigration attorney. I only practice immigration. Okay, again, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. If you're joining me for the first time, go ahead and say hello. If you've joined me before, you'll notice moved my computer around, and so I'm getting a little bit of a different background here. So just a heads up that if you've seen me before, I rearranged my office. If you like it, tell me. Let me know. All right, great. So I want to start off with some U visa questions. Okay, so U visas are for people who have been a victim of a crime. So there are a list of qualifying crimes for a U visa, and if they made a report to the police or if they cooperated with a prosecutor or a judge, they can be eligible for what's called a U visa. So the U visa, basically, there's a limit. There's complication with the U visa because they only issue 10,000 U visas per year. So what you want to do is apply, even if they're not available right now. If you're approved, you'll receive what's called deferred action. So you're allowed to be here until a U visa becomes available for you. So you kind of get on a waiting list, and it may be several years, but you're allowed to be in the U.S. You're allowed to have work authorization, so you can get work authorization based on that as well. So it's a good opportunity. If you have unfortunately been a victim of a crime, you can report it and you can perhaps get status based on that. So some of the common crimes are assault, domestic violence, burglary as well, right? So because you're out of status, it shouldn't dissuade you from making a report, from filing a police report, so you can get status in the U.S. Okay, obviously be truthful, try to remember accurately as much as possible. Of course, don't make fraudulent claims, not that you would. All right. Love P says, hi, thank you for your time. Absolutely, I love answering questions. This is actually one of my favorite parts of the day, is to see you guys and answer questions. And I'm here and I'm happy to help. So feel free to put your questions in and I'll do my best to answer them. Okay. Who says, how long does it take for name spelling? I'm not sure what that means. Okay. Here's a question on a fiancé visa. Is a fiancé visa for Mexico being held in Mexico City or in Juarez? Our cases have been in Mexico City, but I am not sure what Juarez is doing, as we don't actually adjudicate a lot of applications there. Okay. Can I request an expedite and advance parole at the same time? So an expedite will be for your advance parole. So you can request an expedited travel authorization, right? So we actually spoke with someone today whose mom was sick, and they're thinking of applying for a green card, and they want to get expedited advance parole, so travel authorization to leave while their green card application is pending. Remember, you need that. You absolutely need that before you leave, because otherwise you won't be able to return to the U.S. if you're out of status, okay? And your green card application will be considered abandoned. So make sure you have your travel authorization before you leave the U.S. if you've already filed a green card application, and that alone can be expedited. So if you need to leave, it's way easier to expedite your travel authorization than it is to expedite the full green card application. Okay. If you thank you, Bella, for following us. If you haven't followed us already, make sure you do. We are on various social media platforms, including YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're streaming live on all of them right now. And my handle is at Agarwal Immigration on all of them. The law firm's name is called Agarwal Law Group. If you want to check us out, you can. Our law firm website is agarwalimmigration.com. Okay, it's www.agarwalimmigration.com. All right. Okay. So I wanted to start talking about U visas. So let me do that first, because in case folks started joining us because of particularly the U visa. Okay. I see your questions, and thank you for putting them in there. I will get to them. Don't you worry. All right. So will a U visa ever lead to a green card? Here's the question. Will a U visa ever lead to a green card? So once you are issued that U visa, so first remember you apply. If there's not a visa available, which is most likely the case, you'll get what's called deferred action, and you'll be able to have a work permit, and you'll be able to remain in the U.S., even though you don't actually have the visa. But once you have the visa, after 3 years, you can apply for a green card. Okay, so you have to apply. It doesn't automatically turn into a green card, but you are eligible to apply for a green card after 3 years. And then after 5 years, you can apply for U.S. citizenship, which is really exciting and a dream for so many people that are on here today, which would be so awesome. If you did qualify for a U visa, you get a green card, and then you can apply for a citizenship, and you use this horrible thing of being a victim of a crime to help get you there, right? So you did something good after something terrible has happened. So that is my response on that. I hope that is helpful to you. If we can help you with a consultation on a U visa, please reach out to us. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal, and you can call us at 703-348-1663. Again, that's 703-348-1663. Don't hesitate to reach out. I'm an immigration attorney, and you can schedule a consultation with me. If you don't want to wait until tomorrow when our office opens up to schedule that consultation, you can go on our website or on our Facebook page at Agarwal Immigration, right? So our handle is Agarwal Immigration. Website is agarwalimmigration.com. You can go and schedule your own consultation now. So you'll see my availability. You can go ahead and choose the appointment time. It's something that works for you, and you can choose Zoom or phone, and we can meet and talk about your immigration situation and see how and if we can help you. All right? Otherwise, give us a call, 703-348-1663. All right. Okay. Here's a question I wanted to get to just now. Okay. Can a grandmother file for a granddaughter? Johan on YouTube is asking, or Instagram, sorry, is asking, can a grandmother file for a granddaughter? No, actually no. So these are the people that can file, and I can help you understand how that would work. Unless the grandmother has formally adopted the granddaughter and terminating, so basically the biological parents don't necessarily have rights, I guess, custody of the granddaughter. So unless she's formally adopted, the grandmother probably would not be able to do that. Adoption depends on age. There's a lot of factors that go into it. Give us a call if we can help you at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. This makes me want to talk about who can file for whom. Right, so the only people that can petition for green cards, for family-based green cards, are green card holders and U.S. citizens. Okay, so you have to be a green card holder or a U.S. citizen to file for a green card, to sponsor someone for a green card. So let's start with U.S. citizens. So for U.S. citizens, they can sponsor their parents, they can sponsor their spouse, they can sponsor their children, married, unmarried, under 21, over 21, so they can sponsor any of those folks, and they can sponsor brothers or sisters. Those are the only people that U.S. citizens can sponsor. Green card holders, on the other hand, have even fewer people that they can sponsor. So they can sponsor their spouse. If you're a green card holder, you can sponsor your spouse, and you can sponsor unmarried children. And that's it. That's it. So no one else can be sponsored. So who cannot be sponsored, right? Who cannot be sponsored for a green card? If you're a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, you cannot sponsor grandchildren. You cannot sponsor cousins, right? So many aunts and uncles, you can't sponsor them. So you have to have specific relationships in order to be able to petition for a family-based green card. There may be other ways to get your family into the U.S. if they'd like to come for work, or maybe they are eligible for humanitarian options. So you may want to consider all of that, but just know that there are very limited categories that can be sponsored for family-based immigration. If we can help you, call us. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I help clients all throughout the United States with their immigration applications. You can reach our office at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. If you want to make a consultation appointment now, you can do that on our Facebook page. Agarwal Immigration is our handle. Or you can check out our website, agarwalimmigration.com. All right? And if you haven't followed us, if you aren't ready to make an appointment, or if you don't know if you need to, and you just want to watch these lives, I come on pretty frequently, or I try to come on frequently. Sometimes I have some lapses if I get really busy. But make sure you follow our page, like us on our social media platforms, and then you'll be notified when we go live. All right? So subscribe to our channel on YouTube if you'd like to be notified as well. Okay? All right. So does U visa denial lead to removal, right? Does U visa denial lead to removal? Am I going to be deported? In other words, if my U visa application gets denied, am I going to get deported? So if your U visa application is denied, you technically go back to the same status that you were in before. So these cases don't get referred necessarily to immigration court unless there's some other reason to have you removed from the U.S. So currently, this is not considered a removal priority, right? But with a new administration, things could change. So I would say if you're eligible for some kind of immigration benefit, take advantage of a more immigration-friendly government, an immigrant-friendly administration, and apply for things now. Apply for any kind of benefits now. If you want to talk to us about what you might be eligible for, give us a call at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right. Okay, let me make sure I catch some of your other questions here. All right, Mumuni, thank you for joining. Asks, good evening. Hi, how are you? Thank you for joining. If I'm deported from the U.S. for losing asylum, how long will it take for me to come back? So that depends on how long you were present in the U.S. unlawfully present in the U.S. So without status, or if you entered illegally, right? So it depends on a couple of factors. So generally, here's the general rule. Your situation might be different. So the general rule is if you were unlawfully present in the U.S. between 6 months and 1 year, you are barred from re-entering for 3 years. If you are unlawfully present in the U.S. for over a year, then you are you're prohibited from re-entering the U.S. for 10 years. So it's either 3 years or 10 years. Some people are permanently barred. For example, if you entered illegally and stayed a year, left, and came back again, you're going to be permanently barred from entering the U.S. So there may be different waivers available for folks that are barred from re-entry. So you want to look into that before you leave the U.S., before you end up, even if you're being deported, you may consider all of your options before a decision is made. If you can give us a call, we can kind of chat with you about what you might be eligible for. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'd be happy to talk to you about your immigration situation. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right. Okay, I'm gonna kind of scroll through. We have a bunch of questions on TikTok, so let me make sure I try to get to some that I think will be helpful. Okay. All right. How long does it take for USCIS to correct a spelling of a name on a green card? So basically, once you receive your green card and there's some errors, you have to send it back. It can take a long time, but know that you are still considered a green card holder. So it doesn't mean that you're not a green card holder. You can go and get a stamp in your passport that shows that you're a green card holder. So even if you haven't received your physical green card, but it's been approved, you can still work. You should still be able to travel. It might be slightly more challenging, but you can get a stamp in your passport that can kind of make life easier. All right, hopefully that's helpful. Give us a call if we can help. 703-348-1663. What information do you need to give to co-sponsor someone? I don't know what that means, but if you are talking about maybe being a joint sponsor for a green card application for the affidavit of support, remember, to sponsor someone for a green card, there are certain minimum income requirements, right? If you want to sponsor someone and you don't meet the income requirement, then you would need a joint sponsor. Okay, so then you need someone to serve as a joint sponsor for you. So the joint sponsor, what you need to earn depends on the size of your household. So that's something you want to look into. You can't, it's not a general flat out minimum, right? It's just what you have to earn, what the sponsor has to earn depends on the size of the household. So call us if we can help you. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Feel free to put your questions in, guys, that are still listening. I think I've gotten through several of them, and I'll be on for a couple more minutes before logging off for the day. Okay? Can a green card holder petition for their mother? Can a green card holder petition for mother, maybe even father? No. So green card holders can only petition for their spouse or unmarried children. Okay, so if you want to sponsor a green card, you can give us a call at 703-348-1663. However, you can wait until you become a U.S. citizen. So if you want to sponsor your mother or father, you should wait until you become a U.S. citizen, and then U.S. citizens can sponsor their parents, and the process is much faster than it is for other relatives. Okay? If I don't have any applications filed with USCIS, can my immigration record be cleared if my case is dismissed? Just depends on what the criminal charge was and what status you're in right now or when you last entered the U.S. So it's a little bit of analysis. You might want to look into that if you have any interest in applying for an immigration benefit. I-693 deficiency notice. I already have the medical exam. How much more time to get an interview for a green card? So it depends, right? So once you apply for a green card, you might get a request for evidence that says we don't have your medical yet, right? And if in that notice it tells you to mail in the medical, the chances are that you might not have an interview. So just keep in mind that the chances are that you might not have an interview if they've asked you to mail in the medical the medical report that is required for all green card applications. If they say, okay, we don't have your medical report, bring it to the interview, that's just going to be the next step, right? So within a few months, I would expect to receive your green card interview. Call us if we can help you with it, or if you have any other questions, 703-348-1663. You can schedule an appointment with me on our website, agarwalimmigration.com, or you can schedule it on our Facebook page, which is at Agarwal Immigration. I-130 processing time. On average, it takes about 9 months. I think sometimes we see it go faster, sometimes we see it go slower, but an I-130 is an application for either a U.S. citizen or a green card holder to sponsor a family member. And it's processed here in the U.S., and it can be anywhere between 6 months and 9 months current processing times. Of course, things could slow down or things could get faster, but that's what we're seeing currently. Okay, if we can help you with your green card application, call us 703-348-1663. Ali says, should I apply for I-130 first and then I-485? Or should I apply for I-130 and I-485 at the same time? So these are both forms that are used in green card applications. So my personal opinion is to file them both at the same time if you are eligible. Note that not everyone is going to be eligible. If you can file them both at the same time, what you'll receive is work authorization and travel authorization much sooner. If you just file the I-130, that means you've got to maintain status to be able to work. You'll have to have work authorization another way. So the whole process is a lot faster if you are eligible to jointly file, right? And you jointly file, you'll be able to get work authorization and travel authorization in about 6 to 8 months. Okay, hope that is helpful, Elise. Call us if we can help you with either 703-348-1663. Check out our Facebook page or our website if you would like to schedule an appointment online 24 hours a day. All right. I think I answered, oops, I'm so sorry. I'm like skipping some questions here. It looks like there's a lot. Okay, my VAWA case has been approved. Can I bring my son who lives overseas under my VAWA case? We generally the process that we use is once you get your green card, you can definitely bring your son over here, right? But if they're listed as a beneficiary on your VAWA application, so if they're on your prima facie determination, your VAWA case has been approved, there may be ways to get them in anyway. I've been married 3 years and have my green card for 2. When can I file for citizenship? So you have to be a green card holder for 3 years if you're married to a U.S. citizen in order to be able to apply for citizenship. So even if you have a 2-year green card, you filed for removal of conditions in a timely fashion, you might be eligible to apply for citizenship. So that interview that comes at the end will be for both your conditional green card and for your citizenship. So it's a dual interview, and you can be a citizen at the end of it, right? So you don't actually ever really get your 10-year green card because you're eligible for citizenship. Okay, all right, I've got to pop off for the evening. I am sorry if I didn't get to some of your questions, but make sure you like us on Facebook, on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. If you want to be notified when I go live, if you want to hop on and ask questions, make sure you follow us and like us on our social media platforms. We're at Agarwal Immigration on all of them. And also, if you know others that have immigration questions, make sure to share this with them so they can come and ask their own questions as well. I come on here frequently. I'm an immigration lawyer. I answer immigration questions sort of related to all different types of immigration, business, family, humanitarian. So please feel free to join me again. And if you join early, I can definitely try to get through to your questions. Okay? Thanks so much, guys, and hopefully I will see you all very soon. Thank you. Bye.